What's up, my friends? All right, so we are doing this a little bit different. I don't know if you can tell, but we have different lighting set up, different cameras set up, and a much larger canvas than normal. So what happened was I forgot to turn on my mic again for 2 more videos. And so, yeah. So now we're just going old school with my phone because I'm had it with with the other ones. And this is a pour inspired by Emma Longstrom. One of my subscribers suggested looking her up, and I was like, whoa, that's exactly what I've been thinking about, been looking for. And so yeah, so this is more of a puddle type pour. This is the original type of pouring that got me into acrylics, looking into acrylics. And then, well, Anne-Marie was the one that kind of sealed the deal for me. But yeah, so Melody Artists uses it, this technique. There's a whole bunch of artists that use this technique. But so we're just going to start by painting the sides. And this is one thing Melly does. I don't know if this needs to be done or not, but why not? So we're just going to paint the sides real quick. I'm not going to be super precise with it or try to make it super amazing. Though she said that when she paints her sides, she notices that the paints stick better to the sides. So yeah. And I have noticed that I really wish my paints would stick better to the sides. So, you know, it's worth a try. And if it doesn't work, well, worse things in the world have happened than wasting a couple minutes painting a side. But if it works, holy cow. I mean, yes, ma'am. Is it this one? Yes, this side. But so what I did is I laid out a big old giant thing. This white thing that I'm on is a shower curtain. Yeah, just kind of cover that. I'm not too worried about it. And so in my paints right now, I've prepared them, and they are paint, Floetrol, and water. Absolutely zero silicone in any of it. I'm not trying to get cells on this one. I'm trying to do puddle stuff. And cells do come up as part of puddle stuff, but it's creating the cells is more like a byproduct of it instead of like the main event. And so it's actually really cool. If I can do it just like this Emma girl did, who, wow, I love her stuff actually. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Anyway, I know you couldn't tell me doing anything, but I was painting it white. So let's start in our puddle pours. So white is going to be our base. And these are all mixed to a really, really thin consistency. About as light as you would ever do a dirty pour. And actually I want a little bit more water in my white, just a touch. I'm still staying below the minimum required to keep your binders from busting up, but I don't think I'm too far off. All right. Well, let's just get on to business. Yeah, 5 puddles is good. This is ultramarine blue. And let's do some of this green in it. This green is one of my heavy body paints that I've diluted down with some Floetrol. Actually, a bit of Floetrol. Then we're going to do some more white in it. I think this is where we're going to start changing it up a little bit. I've got this aquamarine blue. Oh, that green is aquamarine, chromium green, I believe. Kind of varying it up, which puddle gets what. Not a lot of variation yet, but I do want a strong center white line. I just, when white is done well, I love it. And we have some metallic blue. It's a little bit more ultramarine. Some more white, because white is beautiful. And just a little bit more white, and then I'm going to put the rest out on the top of the canvas. I'll worry about this in a second. We're going to come back to it. None of these other colors are going to bother it up there. And let's get some more green in there. I know the blues and the greens will mix a little bit, so. And it's the last of our green, I believe. All right, what do we have left? Yeah, I don't really care. Let's just start tilting, see what we get. That's about as much white as going to come out of there. Ooh, and then I have some Payne's Gray that I'm going to show you what we're going to do with in a second. Payne's Gray, it's my new favorite color of the moment. Okay. Kind of wish I would have made up more white. Should have made up 2 cups of white. Well, let's add more metallic blue then. Not a whole lot, just a bit. And anything else good over here? Yeah, lots of good stuff, but let's start tilting and see what we get. The cool thing about this painting style too, that with these puddles, is they develop. Whatever they are now isn't going to be how they're going to be in just a second. Oops. There. I think that's beautiful. I hope I'm in frame still. Yeah, I'm in this frame still. Okay, so this is going to develop. I'm going to wash off my hands and I'll be right back. I'm going to pause this recording and we will pick up in a second and you'll see how it will have developed over the last couple minutes. Pause. All right, so this is a couple minutes later and I will give it a couple more minutes to move around and whatnot. I'm not sure how long my camera will stay on in the pause mode, so I'm going to just periodically come back and unpause it. And this is a couple minutes later. You notice we're starting to get cells, but not because we torched or not because there's silicone, but because there's the difference in the specific gravity of the paints is pulling them through one another. Okay, so a couple more minutes. I'll probably do this 2 or 3 more times over the next couple seconds for you. Still going. One thing I'm noticing is this ultramarine right down here is lighter than that white. And so the ultramarine is kind of punching holes through this right here. And then this part of this green must be lighter because it's starting to push up a little bit more. And this might be green that mixed with the white while we were doing our stuff. But one of the most interesting things is, I don't know if you can tell on the video, I'm going to get you down in a second, but it looks like some of the metallic came over here to do a fine line across these things. Like we have dotted lines of metallics right along this line, and there's also another metallic line right here. It's like all the mica within the thing maybe washed itself, because now it looks like just pure shine, and it doesn't look like it's tinted with either the metallic cobalt blue or the metallic blue. Metallic cobalt blue or the metallic blue. Looks like neither of those. So it's kind of interesting. I'm going to pause this again. I want to see how it comes out. So a couple more minutes, and it'll be seconds for you. All right, guys, here we are. I'm going to pull you down for the last inspection. And look at all this cool stuff that's been going on up close that it's hard to tell from far away. There's that line I was talking about. The one that, sorry about that reflection. Not a whole lot I can do about it. I can try to catch the things differently. But see, here's that line of silver that I was talking about. It's almost as if the mica just separated from it. So we have cells popping up, and that has more to do with the specific gravity of the paint than to do with us and torching it, because there's no torching, no silicone whatsoever. Not even a little, not in the cup, not anywhere. And then some of these lines are my favorite. I feel like I could take pictures of just specific parts of them, like just right there. Of course, without the glare, it'd be better, but yeah. Pretty cool stuff. I'm going to be really excited to see how it's going to dry. Now, the ultramarine will darken up for sure. The cobalt blue will darken up, and the green will darken up some too. But it's not going to matter because we're going to take it and seal it anyway, so it comes back and resaturates the colors. All right, let me flip you around to this face. The face! All right, guys. For all y'all that made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. It's so awesome to have a community of people that I feel like I can hang out with. And even though you're not with me, it feels like you are. And it feels like I've got friends I'm painting with, and I'm a really social person. I need my people. So I appreciate you guys. As far as my sponsors go, Karen Bott at Octopunks, thank you so much for sponsoring me. You make a world of difference, really do. If you haven't sponsored and you've wondered about it, or even if you haven't wondered about it and you just heard it right now, you're like, oh yeah, I've got a link down in the description. And if you're curious to see which paints I use and what I use in my paints and the things, I've got a link. Amazon just accepted me into like the influencers program, and you have to meet like a certain bar to get in there. And I was like, whoa, I'm like an influencer now. I'm whatever. And I'm a dork, but I love it. I forgot what I was saying. I embarrassed myself just now. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you wouldn't mind, hit that like button for me. It tells the YouTube search algorithm that this video is worth watching, that other people should watch it too. And as far as that goes, that ain't no more. That's all I gotta say. All right. Will Black. Peace. Out.